Hello, and thank you for joining me. I'm Sami. There is so much happening, isn't there? For the whole last week, I've really been having a hard time finding some motivation to make a video. There's just so much happening in the world, and firstly, I had to come on because this is the new moon in Capricorn today. So the new moon in Capricorn, new moon is a dark time anyways because the moon is absent. It's a dark moon. It's a new moon. There's no moon, right? Or at least that's how it seems. There's no moon in the sky. So this is a time of new beginnings, regeneration. And in Capricorn, this is going to be hitting on everything that we went through last year. Pluto is here. Venus is here. So what you can do is look at your birth chart. I mention this all the time. It's free online. You need your time and city. Okay, you can find all sorts of sites that offer them for free. So in astrology, you know how there's 12 signs. There's 12 houses. Each house represents, is represented by each zodiac sign, and also they each represent a different aspect of your life. So what you want to do is look at your birth chart and see what house, which of the 12 houses has Capricorn, okay? And that's where you will be feeling this transit most. Meanwhile, we have still Saturn and Jupiter with Mercury now in Aquarius. Mercury will be retrograding on the 30th, but for now it is direct. Uranus will be going direct on the 14th, and then all the planets will be direct for 2 weeks until Mercury retrogrades. So with Venus and Pluto together, it's kind of strange. There's just so much instability right now, period. And in Taurus, Uranus is in Taurus with Mars, you want to look for stability. So people can be kind of frantic or feeling insecure and unstable right now because they can't find that comfortability.
Mommy, my shows are over.
So Venus is trine to Mars, which can be kind of good. Trines are good. Squares are not good. So when something is trine, when planets are trine, it's the positive ways that they can come together. So Venus is in Capricorn with a trine to Mars, which is in Taurus. So Mars is action oriented. Mars is sexual. Mars wants to get things done. Venus is the planet of love and beauty and money. So you may find good fortune. You may find good things happening in loving romantic relationships. You may meet somebody new. And these planets are representative of the divine feminine and masculine as well. So if you're in a divine connection or you feel connected to a certain soulmate, it doesn't have to be romantic. You may find a coming together of sorts in agreements or spending more time together or just seeing them in a new way. If you're in relationships, you may find a period now where you're leveling up, where things feel easier, or you're coming through a more difficult time and starting to see the positive of where things can go. And or you're reflecting and understanding that you don't want to move in that direction. And then whether it hurts or not, I'm sure it will, you find a new way to move forward. And that is exciting in itself. So much happening. So much will continue to happen with Uranus because it is the rebel and very unpredictable. And this energy is here until the 20th, and then, like I mentioned, on the 30th, Mercury will go retrograde. Mercury is the mind, and its thoughts, and it's how we communicate. Mercury is about how things work in the mind, right? And the thought processes that are going into all of this, and how we want to move forward, where we see ourselves moving forward. With Uranus and Taurus, that's just unpredictable in itself, because Taurus loves stability, and Uranus is like, you don't know what's coming. So nobody knows what's coming right now, and it's okay to not see or understand the path where you're headed. That is normal right now. So everyone will be feeling on edge, possibly frustrated. If Pluto is aspecting you in a negative way, and just overall in general, Pluto will be bringing rebirths, letting things die that are meant to die, and rebuilding, regenerating, showing us new ways to move forward. And with all this energy in Aquarius, this is going to be a positive thing for humanity, just maybe not quite yet. So continue to expect the unexpected. Look at this as positively as you can, because as more things come out, and Mars conjuncts Uranus, I believe it's on the 20th, which is a very important day. Things are gonna be crazy. This week, Jupiter squares Uranus. So Jupiter expands, and Jupiter wants to move forward, and is positive and brings blessings. And like I mentioned, Uranus is just like thinks outside of the box, does things in really weird, unconventional ways, things that you would never expect. And so as we see this uncomfortable energy progress over this week, just take it all in. Don't judge any of it. Okay? Don't pick a side. This is for your individual lives and the outer world as we've seen it. This is going to be continuation of this wild ride, and then we're moving further into Aquarius on the 21st. So we're stepping into a new age. We have been, of course, but we're really going to start feeling more Aquarian energy after this next week and a half. So this energy feels unstable, and that's okay, because that lets you know we don't know what could happen, which means there's so much hope and possibility for what's to come and what we can create. You want to make sure that you're not feeling powerless or fearful. If you're worried about the state of the nation or the world, just sit back and enjoy this moment. Just watch. Don't let it rile you up. Let's just sit and wait and see how it goes. Don't celebrate anything. And don't sit and cry and sulk if it doesn't go your way. There's so much more to come. And it's going to be unexpected. And I think it's going to be better than what we could have expected. So I'm hopeful for the future. I hope that you are too. Use this new moon in Capricorn to create. You can use the new moon manifestation rituals, which is very easy to do. You write down what you want, repeat it. You can go outside and burn it. You can use water. You can use crystals. It's really mainly about intention, okay? Some people will tell you there's a right way and a wrong way to do things. The main thing is that the new moon is for new beginnings. And then the full moon will be, excuse me, full moon is for completions. Full moon is for everything coming to a head and being grateful for what has been created. So right now it's like pulling in everything you want. This is what we want as a nation, as individuals, finding new ways to connect. Many people are finding new ways to connect through technology or otherwise. We just want to make sure we're not cutting off anybody. Okay, and we shouldn't be okay with cutting off anybody. Especially if it's just about different in beliefs, like differences in belief systems, and you know, that's not a reason to cut people off. So, acceptance of others. There is this darker element because Pluto is here. So with Uranus too, it's like unexpected things, darker things will come to light, but this is about the rebirth. This is about the new beginning, and these darker things have to come out before we can heal and move forward. We have to understand our past and the history of the nation, and what we've gone through as a people over the last year has just been exponential, just the last year. So I want to do a collective reading. I want everyone to understand that there's no way for anything to go, even in your personal relationships. This is a good time to just sit back and allow things to happen, witness, take in, learn from whatever you see. Don't make any rash decisions right now. Don't try to control anything right now. If you feel like your relationship has reached a point where it's not working, I think that's common, because Pluto is with Venus now, and Venus wants love and beauty, of course, but it's here in Capricorn, and Capricorn is much more about the commitment. It's much more about the responsibility of the individual. It's more detached, it's more grounded, but it's more detached emotionally. It's not really about the emotion of love. It's more about what's right, what's wrong, what are your roles and what are mine. And it feels more hard-nosed kind of a connection. Pluto wants rebirth. Pluto wants to freshen things up and change and bring a renewal to things, which can mean bringing things to light, things that have been hidden. It can mean death and transformation. It can mean endings and new beginnings. So if you're feeling less attached to your partner right now, that is common with Venus and Capricorn. You may be thinking further about long-term commitments, because that's Capricorn, and Capricorn is hardworking, so you may be thinking more like, okay, what's the plan? What do we need to do to make this work? But while you're doing that, make sure it's something that's worth putting in the work. If you don't feel happy there, don't push to make something a thing if it's really not moving in that direction. And that goes for everyone worldwide, not just in individual like romantic partnerships, but friendships. If things feel off or it feels like you're not connecting, that's common. Doesn't mean you should end things, but this is a time to really think about that. What these people mean to you, how they influence you, even on a world stage. What do these people mean to you, and are you too attached to those individuals and their ideals, or what you believe to be their ideals? You know, we're all just people, and nobody's better, nobody knows more than anybody else in most cases. So I just want you to really think this week, when you witness turmoil, chaos, or you witness things that don't feel right or don't sit right with you, instead of taking action or creating a stance, taking a stance mentally about picking a side or whatever, just let it come and go through your mind, and wait to see how you feel in the coming weeks as we move more into the Aquarian energy. We may see some things that are hard this week. We may feel uncomfortable this week. And that's good. You know, we have to get out of our comfort zones. And the Taurian energy of Uranus and Mars right now, they want us to look towards the future and think about the work that's going to have to go into it. But you may find yourself going in and out of this space where you don't feel like it, where things aren't coming together the way you thought they would, and there's roadblocks and there's things in your way. And this is all for a reason. It's to slow down, and it's to really stop the way of thinking that we've had for so long and the old paradigm. We have a new world. We're creating a new world. We're witnessing it crumble. It's just such an incredible time to be here on the planet. I'm grateful for you, grateful that we chose this time together, and that we're going to create this new world together. We all will. And eventually we will all unite. But we just have to find the common grounds to do that. And a lot of that means us putting a stop to the way we think right now. Not allowing outside individuals or groups to influence us. Use your spiritual discernment. Use your heart. Drop into your heart chakra. Get out of your head so much. And that's going to be difficult with Mercury and Aquarius. But it may be easier to think about outside the box ideas. Different ways to develop things, as we've seen new technologies pop up when other ones are not available. Things like that. Innovative and smart. But it is more about the bigger picture, so we need to pay more attention to the details, how it's making us feel. Keep an open awareness. This is a good thing. So if you feel unstable, that's good. That means we don't know where we're going. That means you're feeling the energy and you're accepting of it, and that's okay. But don't let it drop you into a fearful place and lower your vibration. We need everyone to stay in a very high vibration right now, so you can be in your heart space and you can discern properly with what it is that we're dealing with here on a world stage. Other than that, let's get into a collective reading. Very exciting week ahead, roller coaster ride. We don't know what's gonna come, and that part is exciting. That part can give us hope. If you think you know what's gonna happen, think again. Don't think. Try not to think with Mercury and Aquarius. That's impossible, but seriously, try not to think. Just kind of feel your way through. That's not going to happen because Venus is in Capricorn, and it's more about logistics and doing things right. And have you committed to something? Let's see. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels, Interdimensionals, Source Creator, all of our friends and family who love us so much and want what's best for us. Please give us a clear message for our highest good that we all really need to hear right now. What is the most important message for the collective for this time, the new moon in Capricorn? Making plans, new dreams, cultivating a new direction. The things you've always wanted to do. The things that you maybe never saw a way to make happen, but now all of a sudden there may be a possibility, because now we can expect the unexpected. Ace of Swords. Truth. Truth, new ideas, new beginnings. Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. This is a make-a-wish card. This is a possibility What do you wish for? And if it's coming from your heart and soul, and if you've used discernment, these things that you wish for will be what's best for everyone. If these things are just only going to benefit you, chances are that's probably not going to happen. I mean, it could happen, but not to say good things won't happen to you in your own individual lives. But this is about the collective, you know. This is a collective reading, and this is a general reading. But this is about new ideas. This is really about, we can create anything. I mean, we always could, but with Pluto here, it's like, Pluto's been here in Capricorn, and we saw so much destruction from Pluto last year, and death, and transformation. And so now we have this chance with this new moon in Capricorn, and Pluto's still here, to recreate, not the same world, a new world, individually and collectively. So new truths may come out. We may find new truths. You may find your belief systems changing. But this is more about new ideas coming together, uniting possibly through new ideas. King of Wands is about knowing your direction, being confident in who you are, moving forward. Just really having a knowing and an authenticity about what it is that's going to be best for everyone. So many people right now are just talking. They're just talking. And they don't even know what they're saying. I really mean this, and it's just really been sad to witness over the last few weeks. There's no need to talk. You know, it's like, unless you have something really profound and helpful, the back and forth, there's just so much that we're up against. And it's really hard to talk to people when they've already had their mind made up about listening to you. And, you know, if they don't want to hear you, they don't want to hear you, that's fine. But at the same time, those same type of people who don't want to hear what anyone else has to say, they're the ones talking. So I think a lot of us are shutting down right now, like, just stop talking. You're not helpful. You know what I'm saying? And just, you know, check yourself. I think most of you who watch this wouldn't be doing this anyways, but check your vibration. Check where it's coming from. If it's coming from the ego or the mind or wanting to be right or wanting to prove something, no. Just no. Don't do it. If it's coming from your heart and it's loving and it's honestly caring and it's to maybe help someone open their mind or spark a little bit of open-mindedness, they should be able to feel where that's coming from. However, many people are on the defense and they can't discern. So don't waste your energy on those type of people, okay? King of Wands knows what he wants. King of Wands is fire, action-oriented. And I think we do need to take action. We're going to have to step up and move towards this goal, this wish that we have. This wish fulfillment for what will truly make everyone happy. Everyone. And these new ideas are coming out. As we move towards this Aquarian energy, more and more innovative ideas will be coming. And hopefully more truths will be coming out as well. Page of Cups, communicating. This is starting new conversations, connecting with people. This could be apologizing. You know, this could just be hearing somebody, listening, like I just mentioned. It's just really giving someone a chance to talk and really hearing them. And if you don't agree, at least you know where they stand, right? But the back and forth and the energy, the divisiveness, it's out of control. And when people don't want to hear what you have to say, they block you, they shut you down, censor on a large scale. That is not okay. That is not the country that we live in. The country that we live in allows for free speech, doesn't condemn anyone. You know, it's like you're allowed to believe whatever you want, and you're allowed to say it too. It's unfortunate that we've gotten to this place, and it happened really fast, really quickly, and it's been accepted really quickly. So now, as we move forward, we're going to be slowing down, mentally speaking, right now, in this stage right now, how I spoke in the last video about Mars moving into Taurus. While we're here until like March 6th or something, I think, Taurus is forcing Mars to slow down. And Mars doesn't like that. It's uncomfortable. We're going to feel uncomfortable because we don't know how things are going to turn out. In our own personal lives, we have goals, right? We have these dreams, we have these passions, we have things that we're working towards, and we want to see them come to fruition. And for right now, we're forced to just think it through. Just stop and think a little bit longer, because maybe you're missing something. Maybe something else has to fall into place, and then everything will come together and it will work. But right now, we can't see it. So it's okay to feel uncomfortable, and it's okay to just be. You don't have to do anything. You know, continue with the things that you need, of course. It's like, we're here to be happy too. We're here to progress and go through the journey too. We're here to just experience life, and just to live, and just to breathe, and just to accept everything and just take it all in for the experience that it is. That is such a huge part of life. That's it. And when we're in that mode, and we're so grateful for our surroundings and the people, and just to experience, just to be here right now, the most epic time ever in history, that's enough to be grateful for. And that's enough to just sit in that energy and feel like this is it. This is like the most amazing time, and this is just such an experience for your soul to have. And we're learning so much, and it's happening fast. So once we move out of this, we will pick up speed. Things are moving quickly around us, but the mental game and the pieces that have to fall into place might be slower, is what I mean. Okay, so the pieces might not all be there. You might not have the energy when you need to do something. Unexpected things pop up, and then now you have to deal with that, and there's all these steps, and there's so many things, you know, and oh, you can't do that because you got to go over here first and do this other thing. And before you can do that, you got to spend this money here. That's Taurus. That's the physical. That's money. That's like the real deal. I can feel and touch and smell it. These are the things that have to be done before I can grow and, you know, find this dream of mine. So like, what are the physical things that have to be in place right now? What are these ideas that we have for this wish, and how can we set them into motion? King of Wands, how can we take action and trust one another? And that's really hard right now. And we don't need to right now. Like, we're still in this unexpected place, and it's fun, and it's good, and it's exciting. And we should be hopeful. Because we're creating every second. That being said, yeah, we need to listen to others. You may need to apologize. You may need to go over some of the things that you said and make sure that it's not something you regret. Listening to others is very important. Speaking what's on your heart is very important, and when it comes from that place, they can't deny it. They can try, blah, 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 throw up a wall, be defensive, but later on they'll think back to what it was that you said, and they'll realize that it came from a good place, right? And if they don't, you know you said what was on your heart at the time, and it came from a good, truthful space. Meanwhile, Six of Pentacles. Equality. Equal give and take, reciprocity, doing things for others and getting something back in return. This is just about making things right, This is about justice. It's about balance. Finding some sort of middle ground across the aisle, in your family, with your friends. When I say expect the unexpected, I feel like there's these automatic bars that come down for the collective. Okay, expect the unexpected within this range. You know, if it's in here, it's not crazy. What if it's not in there? What if it's not within this range? What if it's way over here and it's something you never even thought of, and it's shocking and it's scary and it crumbles everything you ever thought you believed about your life, about the world? But what if it's true? Those are the kind of things that shake up, that Pluto brings in, that Uranus wants to show. These new ideas, these old truths and informations, things that have been hidden, that come to light. It's like we're going to be slingshotted into the future. And if we blink, if we just go along with it, I mean, we may wake up one day and not like the world that we see. We have to be very careful, think things through, stand up and speak when we need to, and then there's going to be way more protests to come, way more outrage, so much more, because we feel the instability, right? We feel like we don't know what's coming, and that is uncomfortable. And on top of it, we're seeing so much that's just really unbelievable that it's even happening. This is our world. So we all need to wake up and do our part. I know I go off on all these tangents, but it's like, this is how I feel right now. And this new moon in Capricorn, it feels dark. It feels uncomfortable. And Pluto is dark. So let's think from this dark space, all of the light that we want to see, all of the new positive ways, all of the dreams that we can accomplish together. And how does that look? And how would that feel? And let's manifest that together. This equality that we all really long for deep down, this way to connect. We don't want to fight. That's not in us. I mean, really, on a soul level, that's not in us. We're all one collective. We all affect each other. The turmoil and the chaos, sometimes it can be addictive. Sometimes the drama is addictive. But why do you want to spend your life hating someone else? Just because they don't think the way you do. You know, or they don't see things the way you do. And you have to understand that we are being manipulated. Our perceptions have been manipulated, infiltrated. That's a fact. You have to be so careful now. I've been talking about this for months, of what you take on as truth. What you accept. What are you willing to accept from the world around you? And the control systems. And if you don't agree with it, don't play a part in it. I've deleted my FB and Insta. I still have my email. You can reach me there. I'm on gab.com. And Parler, I think, is trying to reboot itself or something. So if you have to get in touch with me, you can email me, you can comment here, whatever. I check that. I'm trying to find a new platform where I can make videos and say whatever I want. I can kind of do that now because my channel is so small, but I'm hoping that it will grow, and eventually I'll want to say more things, and I don't want to be censored. So I'm looking for a place to do that. If you know a place to do that, please comment below. You know, and that was something I didn't have social media for like 5 years. And then when I started this channel, I thought, well, I need some way to promote myself. So I got those two main ones again. And the whole time it felt uncomfortable and I didn't like it, and it feels invasive. I'm always getting dinged and notified and all these things and so much negativity. And then the last straw happened this past week. And it's just too much. And so why would I continue to stay somewhere that goes against my core values? And this is a fact for everyone. And this is what I want to say. If it feels uncomfortable and it goes against your core values and beliefs, do not stay there. If someone pushes you to believe what they want, tries to manipulate how you feel, in a relationship, romantic, otherwise, doesn't matter. If it goes against your core values and it's uncomfortable and you don't want to be there, don't stay there. This is a time for new beginnings. This is a time where if things feel icky, it's probably for a reason. It's so you can take a minute and sit down and look at it and really think about why that is. And if it feels like this, why am I holding on to something like that? When you think about the infinite power that you have, the infinite lifespan that you have, and this is your chance right now to create the most perfect life in this moment, in this vessel, your spirit, your spark of the divine, outside of the material, outside of your friends and family, outside of all of that. If it's just you in the darkness, when you close your eyes and meditate, it's just you, right? It's so vast. The possibilities of where you'll go, what you can do in this life, if you think of it as a game, if you think of it as a book that you're writing, as a movie that you're making, and you're the star, and it's your chance. Don't waste your time on people and places and jobs and who knows that make you feel icky, right? Spend your time finding all the things that bring out your passions and increase your happiness and joy, because that's what it's about. It's like you have the paintbrush, okay? And even when the outside world gets scary and gets rocky, this is all just like to wake you up. Isn't this scary? This is real life. Is it? Create the life you want. You know, it's like people are just letting their lives happen to them. Letting these people affect them and infect them and control their mind and their thoughts. And it's time to move forward now. It's time to recreate. And I want this for humanity. And this is getting really long. And if you watch to the end, I love you. I know most of you don't and won't. This is about creating a new future, an equal place where even if you don't agree, that person has a stance. They deserve a right to speak. Okay, you have to respect them. And that's not happening right now. And that's the energy that we need to bring in, to unite. That's the energy we need to find new systems and rebuild, because our systems are crumbling. It doesn't work. The political system, it doesn't work. The election systems, they don't work. Okay, our country is divided hugely. And if we don't see some type of civil war or something soon, it would be because we figured out a way to come together. And I'm hoping that that's the case. I don't know that that is the case, but I'm hoping that these new ideas, these wishes that we all have, I'm hoping that we stand up and take action towards them. And I know that we will. And this starts by listening to others. And it starts by sharing from your heart, not because you're angry, not because they said something that upset you, not because you disagree with them, because you honestly want to show them and shed some light on something that maybe they never thought of before. And hopefully they're ready to listen, because we have to find this balance and this common ground. We have to. I have hope for humanity. I love you. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day. Do something with this new moon. Find something positive that you want to manifest within the next 30 days. Focus on that. Put your intention there and think about it every day. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.